Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Durham Community Centre and Arena here in Durham, Ontario, Canada, for tonight's OEHL exhibition game between the host Durham Thundercats and the Georgian Bay Applekings. It is fantastic to be here with you. If the voice sounds familiar, it's because it is. There's a major dose of nostalgia happening here tonight. I am Andrew Rodgers. I haven't called the last time I called a league game of this team anyway, the Durham Thundercats, they were still referred to as the WOAA. It has been some time since they were the WOAA. The last time I called a WOAA game was in March of 2020, a playoff game between the Ripley Wolves and the Minto 81s. They had just, Minto had gone down 2-0 in that best of 7. It was a semifinal. Minto had just crawled back to tie the series at 2, and they were going to a best of 3. Not like 3 days later, COVID hit and shut the world down. Unbelievable course of events. It sucked. It sucked royally. We had to wait an entire summer for them to say the WOA is ceasing its league operations for the entirety of the 2020-2021 season. By then, some things happened. It rebranded, and now for the last 3 seasons, it's been referred to as the Ontario Elite Hockey League. And now this year, it's an unbelievable turn of events where, through the art of expansion, there are now 18 teams in this league. 9 in the South Division, 9 in the North. It looks a little bit like this. Just to give you guys an idea, we'll take a look here first at the So these standings obviously won't start taking effect until the season begins on October 3rd. But in the North, you have the Creemore Coyotes, Durham Thundercats, Elmville Harvesters, the Georgian Bay Applekings, Lucknow Lancers, Minto 81s, the OEHL champions and Allen Cup representatives last year, Ripley Wolves, Saugeen Shores Winterhawks, and the Shelburne Muskies, who are back. And again, Shelburne Muskies, it's been a while since they've played. They ceased operations right around the same time as COVID hit, and I believe that their first game this year will be their first game back in the senior circuit. So pretty exciting for the Shelburne Muskies and Corey Allen, who is heading that team, and I look forward to exciting things from them. We flip over to the south side of things. You have the Delhi Flames, Dunville Arrows, Elora Rocks, Erin Outlaws, Milverton Four Wheel Drives, Petrolia Squires, C4 Centenaires, Tavistock Royals, and the Tillsonburg Thunder. Now, like I say, what this all means is that, it's a logjam when it comes to the teams and the talent in this league. You have a lot of teams that came from the now defunct Western Ontario Super Hockey League and the OEHL, the Ontario Super Hockey League, and different variations, obviously. Some teams chose to go elsewhere, to each their own. But some solid teams have come in here to the Ontario Elite Hockey League, and we're really excited to see what they bring to the table this season. Like I say, when you have 18 teams in a league, there's lots of room for parity, there's lots of room for talent, a lot of good, solid talent amongst the players that play in this league, and they deserve the spotlight to be shown on them. The idea with streaming is very new also. This is a first in the Ontario Elite Hockey League, is streaming a game. This is something that we're looking to adapt in this league throughout the course of the season. This first one, trial basis. So we'll see how it goes. We welcome all feedback, hopefully positive. But either way, we want to know what you think, and we want to know how it goes. So this is the first foray into it. We did have a couple of exhibition games take place already between the Tavistock Royals and the Tillsonburg Thunder, who played in the Oxford Cup. Tillsonburg coming back into the OEHL made that Oxford Cup possible, and was a heck of a 2-game series between those two teams. And the other thing that we should note here, there was supposed to be an exhibition game tomorrow night in Elmville between the Elmville Harvesters and the Creemore Coyotes. That was canceled and it will no longer be taking place. So this really is the last game between the season gets underway on October the 3rd, a week from today. Of note, so just before we go any further, the Ontario Elite Hockey League announcing today their playoff format. Now, as you guys can see here, team finishing 1 through 7 in their respective divisions automatically qualify for the playoffs. The 8th and 9th place teams in each division will then play a best 2 of 3 and in this best 2 of 3 play-in series to determine the 8th seed. Each division will then play an 8-team playoff best of 7 series, 1 versus 8, 2 versus 7, and so on and so forth. The teams emerging from each division will then face each other in a best of 7 championship series for the J.F. Paxton Trophy, which the Minto 81s won last year. Now, in the past in this league, there have been not very many teams. So what they've done is they've held a division and a AA division. What that means is a relegation round so that there can be a championship for the lower tier. They don't have that this year. Basically, you play to win, you get into the playoffs, or your summer of golfing starts early. That's essentially what it boils down to. But this coming out today, and so that's exciting stuff also. Okay, let's go on to the rosters that we're going to see here tonight in this exhibition game. Now, this roster was constructed based off of what the team's social medias were saying. We have a printout here that's a little bit different, but what we can tell you is this: on the Georgian Bay Applekings side of things, Alan Maneri will not dress for the Applekings in goal. Jordan Elwood, number 31, will start. Aaron Weigel will be the backup, and he will come into the game sometime in the second period. Scratches for the Georgian Bay Applekings: number 4, Connor Long; number 16, Noah Rowland; and number 23, Mike Reddick. So like I say, Elwood starts. Weigel will enter the game at some point in the second period. On to the Durham Thundercats side of things. So a little bit of change here. Starting in goal for the Durham Thundercats, number 30, Marshall Nichols. He will wear number 30, not 31. Brandon Landry will not play tonight. And Vance Mayer, number 1, who is not on this list but was added late, he will be the backup to Nichols, and he will come in at some point in the second period as well. Not on this list for the Durham Thundercats is number 27, Darcy Scott. He will play. Number 5, Reed Caswell as well, and he will play. Not playing on this list from the Durham Thundercats, number 4, Ryan Cole-Kuhn. Number 6, Kyler Nixon, the captain. Number 9, Alex Paler. Number 15, Kyle Maloney. And number 20, Cam Angst. What we can also tell you is number 27, Brody LeBlanc, is now wearing number 19. So, again, lots of changes, lots of updates, but feel free to follow along with that, and we'll keep you as best situated. All right. So, like I say, exhibition hockey, the OEHL, and it starts a week from today for real, regular season. 18 teams, 20 games to decide whether or not you play for the championship trophy, and see if you can't get some glory at the end of the day. But it's going to be a heck of a game here tonight in Durham, and extremely pleased to be here with you for it. Like I say, as mentioned, Georgian Bay Applekings, Durham Thundercats from the Durham Community Center and Arena here in Durham, Ontario. We're about 5 minutes away from puck drop and the anthem, so on and so forth. Andrew Rodgers, really thrilled to be back here in the OEHL, bringing you live coverage for the first time of the Ontario Elite Hockey League. And like I say, exhibition play. Georgian Bay, Durham Thundercats getting underway here shortly. That was a little bit of the pregame show. We'll be back in a couple minutes.
rise, remove your hats, and join us in the playing of our national anthem.
All right. The beauty of every hockey game is a lovely rendition of O Canada. That's about as good as it gets. I mean, it's no somebody singing it, but alas, here we are. All right, let's get underway here in Durham. It's the Durham Thundercats and the Georgian Bay Applekings from the Durham Community Center and Arena. Starting in goal for the Georgian Bay Applekings, number 31, Jordan Elwood. And starting in goal for the Durham Thundercats is number 30, Marshall Nichols. And Durham, of course, in the home all blacks, while the Georgian Bay Applekings sport the, what looks to be beige. I'm going to go with beige. But either way, it's sharp. And here we go. We're underway here in Durham. Andrew Rodgers with you. Great to be alongside. This puck is played ahead, and it will be tipped in to the Georgian Bay zone. Thundercats in on the forecheck. It's going to come up the boards, and Applekings play it to the line, but it's played there now, and it's out. It'll take me a little while to get used to the names in this league. I haven't covered these guys in a long time, so. Here comes Georgian Bay and across the line. Nice early save. Rebound scores! Wow, that was fast. Dump in on Marshall Nichols, and it's a big juicy rebound that's scooped up by number 7, Austin Ouellette. And Georgian Bay is on the board early. 19:29 to go, and it is a 1-0 Applekings lead. So Applekings striking 31 seconds in, and they have an early 1-0 lead. Here comes the Applekings again through center. They dump it into the far corner. They'll give chase. This is going to be played on the boards, in and around the net. Applekings threatening again, but Durham comes up with the puck and they'll play it into the neutral zone. Andrew Rodgers on the play-by-play here in Durham tonight. Glad you guys could all be watching. We are live on YouTube. Apologies if the stream is of questionable quality. We will do the best we can with what we got. Centering pass! Good chance there for Durham. Went just wide of the net, and Georgian Bay will turn the other way and bring it into the Durham end. Towards the net, tip! Just over the net there. Nichols had to be sharp. Durham's going to come up with it. They're kind of on their heels early on here in the first. They already trail 1-0. Riley O'Connell, number 21 of Durham, in across the line. Plays it to the corner. We played it foot, look out! That one almost off the foot of the goaltender and past them, but here they come the other way. 24 in across the line. Shot on net is going to be held. Shot there by number, oh, shoot. Apologies here, folks. Applekings 24 I don't have on the roster. I apologize. Like I say, trying to get to know everybody here. It's the first time doing a game with these players, so it'll take me a little while to get adjusted to that. But alas, here we are. Face-off in the Durham end is won by Georgian Bay. Played toward the net. Oh, tipped. Good save from the Thundercats netminder Marshall Nichols, as he had to be sharp on that with the glove hand. Made the save and held on. 18:02. We're almost 2 minutes into period number 1. OEHL exhibition play. Durham Thundercats and the Georgian Bay Applekings, who lead here 1-0. Austin Ouellette with the game's first goal. Durham has it in the neutral zone. They'll play it back into their own end. Number 3 is Eric Anetta, journeyman of this league. Used to play in AA. Had some stints with the Saugeen Shores Winterhawks. In across the line, Georgian Bay comes back in. To the line, Ouellette kept it in just by a hair. He's got it again. Shot! Oh! He just missed. Blocker hand side. Georgian Bay now with it. Shot pad save to the line. This is Blazer. Shoots! Glove save through traffic. Nichols has it, and he'll hang on. Boy, all Georgian Bay here early. They got Durham on their heels. Georgian Bay's come to play here tonight, and Nichols has had to be sharp. Face-off here to Nichols' right. Georgian Bay with the face-off win. Tipped again, pad save, rebound. Centering pass just out of the reach, and Georgian Bay with a couple more opportunities. This one's all the way down the ice, and it will be an icing call against the Thundercats. Face-off going to come back in the zone. So Georgian Bay with a lot of pressure here early on, and they've already struck for one. Durham kind of flat-footed here in the first period. OEHL live on YouTube. This is exhibition play. Durham Thundercats and the Georgian Bay Applekings. Here's comes number 19 in across the line. What a move! Backhand save! That may have even hit a defender going to the net. Number 19, Brody LeBlanc with the chance for Durham. In behind the net now. What a move there! Pad save! And a good one from the Applekings netminder. Shot! Another blocker save. This one goes to the corner. Jordan Elwood dialed in early for the Applekings with a couple of solid Durham chances. Centering! Scores! Beautiful pass across. And this is number 7, Jack Weiser, who makes no mistake, none the wiser, as he puts it home on a beautiful setup to even the score. We are tied at 1 here in Durham. .16:32 to play here in the first period, and we are deadlocked at 1. It was all Georgian Bay there, but Durham with an onslaught there, and it paid off. This one's in, and Elwood will hold on, and we're going to face off to his left. Left of Elwood as the face-off comes up here in the Georgian Bay zone. So goal scorers Ouellette and Weiser, number 7 for Durham. And across the line, and going down in a heap was number 24. I'll get a name at intermission. I apologize in advance for that. And across the line they come, Durham again looking for another opportunity. This is going to be picked up though by Georgian Bay, and they'll play it ahead, and here they come. This is the captain, Mitch Good, former Thundercat. He's got the puck in the Durham end. The Georgian Bay captain tried to go to the backhand, had it thwarted away. And this one will be played to the line, kept in by Good. And they say it stayed in, but boy, that looked close at the line. Here comes Justin Graham, number 8. They call him Shifty. He's about as good as it gets. Jacob Robitaille in across the line, shot. Goes off a body and into the corner, and here comes Durham the other way. In across the line, nice move. Center pass, posted out. Good chance there for Trevor Houston, number 16, longtime Thundercat. Wrung it off the iron. Here's Emot back the other way. Number 77, Emoff, sorry. Georgian Bay with the puck, centering pass. Emoff couldn't, or sorry, that was Ouellette on the doorstep. Into the Georgian Bay zone, delayed offside. Durham will have to touch up. As the fast pace continues, we're past the 5-minute mark here in the first. 1-1 is the score. Here's Emoff, the other way, number 77, shot. Save, rebound to the corner. Aneta fighting with his man for Durham. Centering pass going to be picked up by the Thundercats. They'll bring it out. O'Connell leaves it there. 19 is Brody LeBlanc shot. Rebound. O'Connell couldn't tuck it home. He had a chance there in the Georgian Bay end. Salatoro leaves for Ouellette. Centering pass hit a skate, went to the far side, and it'll be played out by Durham. 14-19 to go here in period one. We're tied at 1. Blazer sends it in, gloved by Nichols. It'll be played away, and now it's picked off. This is Ouellette. That one deflected and into the netting above us and out of play. So far. It's a pleasure to bring it to you. Andrew Rodgers with you on the mic in a OEHL game, albeit exhibition, but the streaming part of things, the OEHL is working their way towards that, and it'll be fun for people to enjoy OEHL action all season long from the comfort of their own living room or wherever they want to stream YouTube or various other places. Icing call against Durham. Face-off will come back in the Durham end. 1-1 is the score. I want to thank everybody who's watching with us live on YouTube. So far, so good. It's fast-paced here in Durham. Blazer keeps it in. Robitaille shoots it in deep. Georgian Bay will give chase. Robitaille in the corner. He's got the puck. He'll play it in deep, or at least tried, and a little bit of confusion there at the Durham blue line. They can't get it out. They'll have to regroup. Off the boards, it'll be played ahead. Kept in, though, nicely by the Applekings, who continue the pressure. Former Chalet crusher Reed Simmons on the forecheck. It'll be played ahead, and in comes Durham. They'll shoot it into the far corner and give chase. Applekings will just play it ahead, though, and it'll be good in across the line. Goes to the backhand! Saved by Nichols. Nice rush from the captain of the Applekings, Mitch Good, as he goes inside outside and gets a solid chance on Marshall Nichols for the Thundercats, who's been busy here in the first, but we're still tied at 1. Back to the line, shot fluttering, look out! That one took a wild hop, and the net is off, I believe, in behind Nichols, and they're going to blow it dead. We continue on here, 13:07 to go here in period number 1. Andrew Rodgers with you on the call for the OEHL exhibition play. Durham Thundercat, oh wow! Good, had the wide open net, and he threw it off the end boards. In across the line, and a tripping penalty is coming up, our first of the game, and it's going to go to the Applekings, and it's going to put the Durham Thundercats to the game's first power play. So the Durham Thundercats with the first opportunity on the power play here, and we'll see what they can bring. 12:54 to go here in period number 1. We are deadlocked at 1 apiece. 2 or less for tripping. I did not catch who. No, did not catch who.
Thundercat power play brought to you by OEHL, with local choice for keeping connected. Georgian Bay Applekings penalty to number 6, Warren Kessier. 2 minutes tripping. That 7:06.
Durham in their own end here as they organize on this power play. In across the line they come. They'll try and get set up on the man advantage. The first of the hockey game for either team. Centering pass, shot, no shot, rebound! Justin Graham couldn't get the shot away. It was deflected away. Durham still with the puck. Chance here, shot, scores! Durham strikes on the power play. Number 19, Brody LeBlanc, with the power play goal that gives the Thundercats a 2-1 lead. So Brody LeBlanc with the power play goal that gives the Thundercats a 2-1 lead here with 12:16 to play.
Durham Knowles, scored by number 19, Brody LeBlanc. Assist by number 28, Ewing.
So I'm back to the line. It's going to be played away by Nichols into the corner to Anetta. He'll play it ahead. Durham still trying to figure it out in their own end. They get it to the line and out. Durham now trying to go the other way, and O'Connell's got it. Shot! He tried to go wide with the intent of a rebound to his teammate, but to no avail, and it's back deep in the Durham end. They'll bring it up the ice. O'Connell has it at center. He'll cross center ice and bring it into the Georgian Bay zone. O'Connell will play it around. It's going to come to the far side to number 11, Patrick Brown. Georgian Bay looking to get organized in their own end. They do, and it's up the ice now. And here comes Mitch Good in across the line. Good. He gets bodied into the corner there. Good collision with Aiden Doig, number 25. Puck played deep into the corner to Good. He battles with Doig again. Back to the line, kept in by Georgian Bay. Shot wide. Here's a shot off the post. Shot by number 21 of Georgian Bay. I also don't have him on here. So there's a couple you can notice without name bars, and well, I would cheat and use the name bar, but alas, there is none. Puck is ahead, and it's going to be tipped into the Georgian Bay end by Durham. This will be played around, and it's going to be the Applekings with the puck and playing it up the boards, and it'll be played into the neutral zone. Georgian Bay is going to go after it. It's Ouellette into the corner. Durham has it there, and they'll play it up. Going to be Georgian Bay keeping it in at the line, but only momentarily. Durham's going to grab control of the puck in their own end and get situated. This will be played ahead. Good outlet pass in across center. Number 23 of Durham dumps it in. That's Michael Reddick, Chase Lorenz. Shot there, stopped by the goaltender Elmwood, and it'll be played ahead and into the neutral zone. Past the halfway mark of period number 1 in this exhibition contest, Ontario Elite Hockey League, Durham Thundercats and the Georgian Bay Applekings. Thundercats lead it 2-1. Latest goal, Brody LeBlanc on the power play, as Nichols grabs that puck, and he'll hang on. There'll be a face-off in the Durham end. .9:43 to go here in period 1. Durham leads 2-1 over the Georgian Bay Applekings. Face-off there is going to be controlled by Durham. They're going to bring it to the line and out. Odd man rush coming here. LeBlanc, centering pass, was deflected just out of the reach of his teammate there. He couldn't get it. Shot there off of Karam. Just went wide. Durham now with the puck in their own end, or in the Georgian Bay end, and then Elmwood, or Elwood. I say Elm, no M. Elwood comes up with the big save for Georgian Bay. Again, folks, Andrew Rodgers on the play-by-play with you. It's been a long time since I've done Thundercats games. Obviously, Georgian Bay is new for me as well. And so getting to know these guys and their names and numbers, going to take a little while to get adjusted to that, but I'll try my hardest. There's a shot saved by Elwood. Back to the line, kept in by Durham, but it's out into the neutral zone. And Georgian Bay is going to play it ahead. This is Robitaille. He gets knocked down. Durham trying to come the other way with it. And across the line, they're onside. Big collision there as DeMarco Sutton went down, number 12. Durham has it in their end, and this is going to be tipped away. Durham's going to have to come back with it. Number 18, Austin Becker plays it ahead. If I'm not mistaken, Austin Becker used to play for the Mount Forest Patriots. Junior C. Oh, big check there as a couple of players collided there with a big collision, and everybody seems to be all right. And here comes Blazer the other way, number 96 of Georgian Bay. Shot glove save by Nichols, and he's going to hang on for the faceoff.
Tickets available now at front door.
Faceoff going to be controlled by Georgian Bay, but they lose it, and Durham's going to come the other way with it. And across the line, Houston off a foot, and it'll be controlled there by Georgian Bay, who will take it in their own end. We approach 8 minutes to go here in period 1. And across the line, shot gloves, or blocker save, rebound. Going to be picked up by Durham, and they're going to bring it ahead. This is Justin Graham. He had it stripped away, and Georgian Bay's got it, and they'll bring it up the ice. Emoff sends it in. He'll go in after it, number 77. Durham's got it, and they'll bring it up the ice, out of the reach, and Georgian Bay's going to turn it the other way. Played ahead. This is in across the line. LeBlanc, who already has one, had it stripped away, and Georgian Bay will come the other way. Of course, this is exhibition play. Everybody's feeling each other out and trying to get their legs and back into game speed. There'll be trials and tribulations to those. To be played toward the net, and Elwood had to be sharp there as the puck came fluttering into him. And we'll get a face-off here in the Georgian Bay end. 7:15 to go here in period 1. Thundercats leading 2-1, courtesy of Brody LeBlanc, who scored on the power play to make it a 2-1 game. Here comes Georgian Bay up the ice. They're going to send this into the far corner of Durham. They'll get a wholesale change. Graham with the puck. He'll play it into the crowd just a bit high, and it'll be whistled down. Sorry, not Graham. Number 10, that's Owen Ron. Ron used to play for the Windsor, or no, not Windsor, Waterloo Siskins, and I believe also had a brief period of time with the Milverton four-wheel drives, also in this league. A lot of familiar names for me from when I covered AA back in 2019, 2020. But obviously, like myself, a lot of people have aged. It happens, unfortunately. This one's going to be played into the Durham end. 6:38 to go here in period 1 as that one's tipped into the rafters ahead of, or overhead of us. And we'll get a whistle. Face-off will come outside the zone, I believe. And they're going to have it at the far end near the Durham blue line. Good crowd on hand also here in Durham. It's nice to see. Not bad for an exhibition game. Face-off going to come just outside the Durham blue line. We will check the stream at the intermission also just to make sure that the quality is good and that everything is hunky-dory, if you will. This puck is played ahead by Durham. Georgian Bay is going to grab it in their own end. We played up the sideboards. Durham's going to, or sorry, Georgian Bay trying to get it in, but it's come in on the offside. 6:22 to play. This is a nice day today, too. Normally when you do hockey games, it's frigid outside, but it's actually colder inside than it was outside today. Nice balmy, feeling like 29. Tomorrow is supposed to feel like 31. Figure that one out. Unusually warm for September. This one's played into the Durham end. Anetta, he gets bodied, but he gets the puck up the boards. LeBlanc, he gets it up the boards as well, and here comes the Thundercats in across the line. Centering pass out of the reach of LeBlanc. He couldn't be there, and it was picked off by the Applekings, and it's Mitch Good in across the line. Leaves for Mackenzie Fleming. Shot! He tried to go far side, but it went wide, and it caromed all the way back into the Georgian Bay end. Mackenzie Fleming, also one of several former Charolais Crushers. Big hit there by Georgian Bay, and they give the puck away, though. In across the line they come, and they're going to draw a penalty on the quick transition. There was a giveaway by Georgian Bay, and unfortunately they take a penalty here, and they already trail 2-1, and now they're going to go on a penalty kill, and Durham goes back to the power play having scored and being 1-for-1. Brody LeBlanc scoring on the first power play opportunity, and they get a second here. And with 5:33 to go, a big kill for the Applekings as they don't want to let this game get away from them. Not that it would, it's only a one-goal game. Here's a shot from the line. Scores! Boy, that happened fast. 5 minutes or 5 seconds into the power play. And Luke Ehrig, former Mount Forest Patriot, makes it 3-1 for the Thundercats as they extend their lead here in the first. 5:28 to go. And after kind of a slow start from the Thundercats, they've responded in a big way with 3 unanswered. Going to be played up the boards and into the Georgian Bay end. Again, exhibition play, trying to figure out who you got and what they bring. But, sense of pride on the line as well. It's going to be turned over, and it's Solitero playing it across. And Good had it stripped away. And Durham's going to take control. It's Graham up the boards. He tried to hit Trevor Houston, but it caromed off his skate and into the Georgian Bay end. 4:40 to go. Check there in the Georgian Bay end, and it's going to be played down into the Durham end. Nichols out to play it. Durham's got control now, and they're going to play it off the boards. This is Ehrig. He'll play it across. Oh, look out! Whoa! Hey, my webcam will be just fine. At least I didn't choose the expensive one. That one caroming about 5-10 feet away from us. Pretty scary stuff. But everybody seems to be okay. That's really all that matters. We don't have to call the ambulance, and we play on. This is going to be played ahead, and Georgian Bay's got it in their own end with 4:16 to play here in period 1. Durham leading in the contest 3-1. Ehrig, the latest goal scorer, number 28 of Durham, plays it ahead. Durham controlling in the Georgian Bay zone, looking for more. Be played by number 11, Patrick Brown. Comes back to the line. Shot deflected just wide. That was a seeing eye shot, just wide to the glove hand side. And this one's going to be played ahead and in across the line by Georgian Bay. Turned over though, and here comes Riley O'Connell the other way. His shot into the body of Blazer, number 96, got in the way of that. In across the line they come, but they're on the delayed offside, and they'll have to tag up. So we played across. Emhoff had it go off of him, and Durham's going to regain control. In across the line they come. We played in behind the net of Georgian Bay. They're going to play it up the boards. It's going to be kept in by Anetta. He'll play it down low. Durham doing a good job of getting to these loose pucks and winning battles. 3:05 to go here in period 1. Durham leading 3-1. Played ahead, and Anetta is going to play it across. He's going to get the puck back. He'll play it off the boards. Controlled by Durham. It's up the ice. This is 14, Luke Graham. Oh, look out. That one going off of the helmet of G.W. King, number 11. Centering pass, deflected wide. Number 5 getting a stick on that. That was Reed Caswell. In front, Durham couldn't get the shot away, and here comes Georgian Bay. A couple swift moves from Ouellette, and he'll play it in. He was at the end of his shift. Nichols out to play it. It's going to be picked up, though, by Georgian Bay. In and around the net. This is Good, the captain. He'll play it to the line. Kept in. There's a shot. Saved by Nichols. He had to be sharp there to track that from the line. But he made the save nicely, and we'll get a face-off. 2:08 to play here in period 1. Durham continuing the lead, 3-1. Andrew Rodgers on the play-by-play. We're here at the Durham Community Center and Arena in lovely Durham, Ontario. About 45 minutes or so from Owen Sound. Durham brings the puck through the neutral zone, and they'll bring it into the Georgian Bay end. Centering pass off a stick. It's going to be picked up by LeBlanc. He's got it on the backhand centering. Went past a couple of Thundercats there that were on the doorstep. Dangerous is LeBlanc again. He's been all over the ice here in the first. This is going to be tipped in by LeBlanc. They're going to say no, and it'll be all the way back into the Durham end on that icing call. Georgian Bay with 1:32 looking to answer back at least once before the period comes to a close. Mackenzie Fleming on the face-off for Georgian Bay here. He goes up against LeBlanc, who wins the face-off, and Durham will take it in their end. They'll try and play it ahead. It'll be intercepted, though, at the line. Here's a chance for Georgian Bay. Shot, nice save by Nichols. He got the blocker out on that one. Durham's going to grab the puck now, try and play it out. Good pressure there by the Georgian Bay Applekings. They take the puck away. Nearing the final minute to play here in the first. Blazer, he'll turn, fire it in, and we're down to a minute to go. Up the boards. There's the call for that. Nichols is going to swallow that, and he'll hold on. Fast-paced first period. Now again, when you don't do these games all the time, it's quite an eye-opener with this pace. But you can also clearly see that Durham is heavily out manning the Georgian Bay Applekings bench, who's a little light. But alas, here we are. In the neutral zone, big check there as a couple of players went down. Look out as Ulett and Justin Graham get together, and we might have something here. Look out. They're gonna go, well, maybe they're not gonna go. And they're gonna separate them both. 26.1 to go, and that went on for a long time. Ulett, Trevor Houston, Justin Graham in on it. That started in the Georgian Bay end and all the way up the ice. And I don't know, are they only going to give one penalty here? It looks that way. So out of all that mess with 26.1 to go, Georgian Bay will get the power play, trailing by 2 with 26.1 to go. The penalty to Trevor Houston for cross-checking. And I guess the referees are saying they're going to pick one, and that's it. That's going to be that. But that went on for a long time. Puck in behind the net. Mitch Good, 15 to go. Georgian Bay pushing here. There's a shot on the side of the net. Stopped by Nichols. 8 to go. Cross-check down in front is one of the Georgian Bay. That one goes off a body. And it'll be iced, and that will do it for period one. I didn't know if he got cross-checked down or if he took a puck to the foot. Either way, he lay down hard in front of the goaltender Nichols.
Shots are Durham 11, Georgian Bay 9.
So 11-9 the shots in favor of Durham as they take a 3-1 lead to the intermission. So 134 to go in the power play, to the penalty to Trevor Houston. That'll carry over into period number 2. And we'll step aside for the intermission. You're watching OEHL hockey live on YouTube. It's the Durham Thundercats 3, the Georgian Bay Applekings 1, and we're into the first intermission. We'll be back in a little bit, folks. Andrew Rodgers on the play-by-play with you. Thank you very much for watching. We'll be back in a little while. All right, welcome back. Period number 2 here in Durham, Ontario, Canada. Ontario Elite Hockey League exhibition. Durham Thundercats leading the Georgian Bay Applekings 3-1. We will start period number 2 here shortly with a Georgian Bay Applekings power play with 1:34 left in that. Penalty to Trevor Houston for cross-checking just a little bit before period 2 came to a close. So, yeah, so far so good. The action's been non-stop. The pace has just been unreal, and been really pleased with what I've seen. It's great hockey. Can't really argue that. So we will have a goalie switch at some point here in the second period, probably around the 10-minute mark, barring a stoppage in play. But yeah, just want to give a shout out to everybody who's watching this evening live on YouTube. Appreciate the comments, appreciate the viewership, and I hope you've enjoyed the action so far as we get set to get underway here. Durham in the home All Blacks, while Georgian Bay sports the visiting beige colors, and we're underway here in period 2 with a Georgian Bay Applekings power play. Ouellette, he is the Applekings scorer in the game. This one's played into the net, and Nichols makes the save. Good with the puck. He has it in the corner. He'll leave it there for Robitaille. Gets it stripped away, and it's up the boards and out. And look out, it's a Durham odd man rush. And across the line, centering! And it was fanned on. And it'll be played to the Durham blue line as 56 seconds remain in the Georgian Bay power play, as that one is fired into the netting in behind the crowd, in behind the net and out of play. That one. So I believe the faceoff's going to come all the way back in the Durham end. And 19:18 to go. 3-1 is the score for Durham. Georgian Bay Applekings power play here as we play at the Durham Community Center and Arena. Andrew Rodgers on the play-by-play. Great to have you along with us live on YouTube. Shot there from the line. Nichols makes the initial save. It's back to the line, kept in. Georgian Bay continues to put the pressure on. Durham's going to try and come up with the puck. It's to the line, kept in again. Ouellette stripped away. Good play there by Justin Graham. And it'll be played down the ice. Down to 22 left in the Georgian Bay power play. It's Mitch Good with the puck at center ice. He'll play it across, streaking in. This is Mackenzie Fleming. He got it in behind the net. Centering, shot post. Good chance there for Blazer, but it went off the post and out. And it'll be played to the neutral zone. Mitch Good, 3 seconds to go. And it'll be played in by Georgian Bay, and the penalty is expired. We're back to even strength here now. I'm going to just make sure also to change the time of the game, because we're not in the intermission anymore. We're at the second period. Sorry, folks. Into the Durham end they go. Approaching 2 minutes into period 2. 3-1 is the score. No damage done on the Georgian Bay power play. We played up the boards, and Durham's going to bring this puck out. They got 3-on-2 in across the line. LeBlanc shot scores! Wow! What an unbelievable wrister there from LeBlanc, his second of the game. And that turns a 2-goal lead into a 3-goal lead for the Thundercats. It's 4-1 here in the second period. For LeBlanc, that's his second of the hockey game. A rough outing here for Elwood. Number 31, Jordan Elwood of the Georgian Bay Applekings, as he surrendered 4. That one there is into the glove, and he'll hang on for a face-off. 4-1 is the score. Brody LeBlanc, number 19 of the Thundercats, is the latest goal scorer, and he's got 2 on the night. Oh. 1 second.
Thundercat goal brought to you by M&P Accounting, Scored by number 19.
I'll fix that score bug here in a moment.
Assist by number 28, Unit, and number 7, Jack Weiser.
As it's played ahead, and Georgian Bay is going to throw it in on Nichols, and he's going to hold on. I realize it says 4 and blank. Shouldn't say that. That's why I need the home score 4, not visiting score 4. There we go. Face-off going to be controlled by the Applekings in the Thundercats zone. It'll be played up the boards to the line, and it's going to come out in the neutral zone. Big collision there on the boards. This one's going to be played down the ice, and it will be an icing call against the Applekings. Puck back into the Georgian Bay end for the face-off here. Expecting a 4-1 game that the hitting will pick up, and especially when it's exhibition, and could get a little rowdy. But alas, that is hockey and competition, and bound to get a little bit aggressive. This is played off the glass and into the Durham end. We played across. Durham's going to pick up this puck, and they're going to bring it ahead. A little bit of confusion there in the neutral zone, but it's LeBlanc in across the line. He's got 2, looking for 3 possibly in this game. Back to the line, kept in by Durham. There's a shot from the line, deflected into the corner. Back to the line. This is a shot from the line, tipped, good save by Elwood. And it's played all the way down the ice. It's going to be another icing call for the Applekings. And they're on their heels big time. They started out real well in this hockey game. They had Durham on their heels, but oh, how the times have changed. And Durham now with a 4-1 advantage here as we play in the second period. This one played to the line, kept in. Georgian Bay trying to get that puck out, but they cannot. Roulette back there. He'll leave it. It'll be tipped, right into the Durham bench. And I believe the face-off is going to remain in the Georgian Bay end. 16:15 to play here in period number 2. Number 2. That's what it says right there on the graphic. Face-off to the left of Elwood. Back to the line to Durham. They keep it in. Aneta plays it down low. Georgian Bay going to get this puck out into the neutral zone. Good after it. Former Thundercat trying to go to the net with it. He gets pushed into the corner as they fight for it there. Big collision down low. Good takes another body check. You know that the Georgian Bay Applekings and their short bench are just gassed. This puck is in on Elwood. He makes a save. Rebound! Wide of the net as that was shot well wide off the carom on the end boards. Salaturo coming up, and they're offside at the line, Georgian Bay. And now we have another mix-up here between Sweeney, number 6, and number 5 of Durham. That is Reed Caswell, and we're going to get a penalty, I believe this one to Georgian Bay this time, as Sweeney goes to the box. Yeah, now they're saying no penalty. Okay, so remains 5-on-5. Face-off just outside the Durham end. 15:39 to go here in period 2. Back to Blazer. He'll play it across. Ouellette throws it in to the far corner. Georgian Bay Applekings after it. And they'll try and play it up the boards. Now it will come out. Ouellette there at the line. He gets checked. He was ready for that body check. But the puck is in to the Georgian Bay zone. It's off his skate and into the corner. They battle for it. In behind the net. LeBlanc centering. They score! Luke Ehrig picks up his second of the game as that puck kind of caromed in around the net, and unfortunately for Elwood, he was going one way while the play was coming the other way, and before he knew it, it was in the back of the net. Durham takes a 5-1 lead here in the second period. With 15:10 to go. Blazer plays it in.
Durham Thundercat goal, scored by number 20, Luke.
So Erig has 2, and Brody LeBlanc has 2. Centering pass, that one deflected away by Nichols. Here's a shot by Georgian Bay. Rebound, centering, scores! And just like that, Georgian Bay gets one back. It is Salaturo, who pounces on the rebound in the slot, beats Nichols, and that'll make it a 5-2 game with 14:46 to play. So a good response there by Georgian Bay to come back and get another one, or get their second of the game. Salaturo with the goal for the Applekings that makes this a 5-2 game.
Georgian Bay goal scored by number 13, Matthew Salaturo. That's assisted by number 7, Austin Durham. On the goal, 5-14.
So Salaturo with the goal to make it a 5-2 game. Here comes Durham again. Here's a shot, stopped by Elwood, who remains in the game. This one's going to be played to the boards and out. This is Doig, 25. He'll play it ahead. Here comes Durham again, another odd man rush. In across the line. There's a shot, deflected, good save. Elwood, he had to be sharp there, as that took a little bit of a double deflection. It looked a little bit knuckleball-y. Anyway, I come up with these on the spot, right? Like, I don't think of them in my spare time. I just don't. Face-off going to be here in the Georgian Bay end as they get situated here. .14:03 to play here in period 2 as this puck is played into the corner. Durham will go after it. They're going to come up with the puck, centering, look out. Almost an own goal there for Georgian Bay. Mitch Good brings it ahead, 3-on-2 in across the line, good, centering, good one, no! And we got a penalty in the behind the play. I've never seen that happen, a misconduct penalty to Sweeney as Georgian Bay was coming ahead 3-on-2. Referee behind the play blew it dead, and Sweeney goes to the box. I believe it's a misconduct of the 10-minute variety. So no power play, I don't believe. Face off here in the Georgian Bay end, and they're going to move this puck outside. 13:46 to play. And they're going to bring it all the way back in the Durham end. I guess there was a discussion as to when the play stopped, where the puck was. Thus, when they came into the zone with the 3-on-2, it was blown dead back outside of the zone. Now they're going to bring it outside the zone. Okay. Sometimes what they do is questionable, but I'll roll with it. I mean, who am I to tell them otherwise? So face off outside of the Durham zone, play 5-on-5. The score is 5-2 Durham with 13:46 to play here in period 2. This one's off a stick into the netting and behind the play and behind the net, excuse me, and it'll be blown dead. So we got a face off outside the Georgian Bay blue line. Andrew Rodgers on the play-by-play live on YouTube here in Durham, Ontario, Canada. The Ontario Elite Hockey League. Streaming, it's the new thing. OEHL trying to get on with that this year, so be plenty of excitement there. He played ahead. There's a check at the line, and Durham's going to shoot this puck in. Goes into the far corner. We played around to Georgian Bay, and they're going to gather it in their own end and bring it ahead. Mitch Good. He'll play it across. They're in on the onside. Good will pick it up in the far corner. Tried to play it down low. It was intercepted easily by Durham. They're going to bring it up the ice with speed. Here comes LeBlanc. He's got 2 in the game already. Tried to go to the backhand, and it's going to be picked off. That one by Elwood, and we'll get a whistle.
Tickets are now available at the Sundale Homes Blue Line Club.
Face-off going to be controlled by Durham. It's LeBlanc. He put it into the skates of the referee. Turning, firing is Urig, who also has 2 on this line. And shot it just wide. Battle for it down low, and it's going to come around the boards. Urig keeps it in. He'll shoot into the skates of Blazer. Back to the line, kept in. There's a shot. That's deflected in on Elwood, and he makes the save. Down to 12:21 to go here in period 2. Just past the halfway mark, I would imagine if there's a stoppage, both goaltenders will take their place on the bench and they'll alternate. Just that way then they get the fair share of the workload for the game. Makes complete sense. Puck is controlled by Georgian Bay off that face-off. They're going to play it ahead. They've got speed in across the Durham blue line. He played off the shin pads of, I believe that was Netta, number 3, and into the netting. Got to play. Oh, you're good. .12:09 to play here in period 2. 5-2 remains the score for the Durham Thundercats. Marshall Nichols in the Durham net has been pretty good. And Jordan Elwood over on the Georgian Bay side, victim of 5 here in the game thus far. Here comes Good again to the outside, flutters one in on Nichols, who makes the save, and he'll hang on. Good rush, though, by the captain, number 17. A lot of speed there, Mitch Good. Marshall Nichols, like I say, starting goalie for Durham. Jordan Elwood for the Georgian Bay Applekings. This one is one to the far side, and it's going to be Durham picking up the puck. King stepped in front of it, though, and it's Mackenzie Fleming with the puck. He'll play it across. It's all the way up now into the neutral zone. Durham's got it. They'll play it back. They'll come ahead, looking for Justin Graham, but he couldn't get a hold of it. Now it's going to be played in by Durham, and they'll go after it. Played to the line. It's going to be Reed Simmons. He'll bring it out, play it in, and go after it. Centering pass. Here's a shot. Pad save. Rebound was there, and just out of the reach. And now it's down into the Georgian Bay end. No icing. Blazer goes back. He'll battle with his man on the boards. Good battle there. Centering pass. Here's a shot. Wide to the glove side. What a look from Durham there, and they couldn't capitalize. Delayed offside for Durham as Georgian Bay is going to bring it up. Oh, what a hit. Roulette into the stanchions by the penalty door, and now it's a 3-on-1 for Durham. Centering pass. They get a shot. No. Blazer stepped in front of that. Played it perfectly. Durham kind of sloppy on that 3-on-1. Puck in the Georgian Bay end. Come around the boards. This is Urig. He has 2 in the game. He's looked dynamite. Centering pass. Here's a shot. Pass save. Rebound to the far corner. Georgian Bay's going to get it out, and they have an odd man rush. Here they go. Mitch Good. Good job by Durham to get back and negate that 2-on-1. In behind the net, they battle. We approach the halfway mark of second period. 5-2 Durham is our score. They battle for it on the boards. It's going to come in and behind the net of the Durham Thundercats. It'll be played up the boards to the line and out. Blazer, number 96 for Georgian Bay, plays it ahead into the neutral zone. It'll be tipped there. Now it's going to come in across. Chance there for 77. That's Emoff, and now it's down, and it's going to be an icing call. And, well, no indication thus far, but, oh, there it is. So we will see the goalies switch at this point in the hockey game with 9:33 to go. So, now coming into the goal for the Georgian Bay Applekings is going to be number 1, number 1, that's, I had it. Shoot. So we won't get a change in goal yet for Durham, but we did get one for the Applekings. I'll fill you in on that in a minute. This one's going to be played in by the Durham Thundercats. They'll go in after it. I got to get you the name for the Applekings goaltender. I had it before, but now I don't. Into the neutral zone. Durham will play it back, and they'll get situated. We approach 9 to go here in period 2. They'll be given away, and this is Reed Simmons for Georgian Bay, and behind the net. Try to go out in front to the line. There's a fluttering shot. Good save from Nichols, who's still in the game. Durham trying to come up with the puck. They can't get it out. They'll try again. This time they will, and it'll be another odd man rush for the Thundercats as they come in across the line. Shot! Oh, just missed. Glove hand side. Aneta keeps it in at the line, plays it in low. Durham's going to come to that loose puck. They've done this a lot tonight. They play for the puck in the corner. Here's a shot, and that's deflected away. Durham continuing to put the pressure on, even though they lead 5-2. Not essentially not taking their foot off the gas. Here comes Georgian Bay the other way. It's deep in the zone. This is Hoover's shot. Pad saved by Nichols. Here's Durham in their own end. They'll break it away with 7:50 to go. In across the line, LeBlanc, he goes down. And Blazer's going to get called for the trip as Brody LeBlanc made a move to try and go around Blazer and was tripped down. And there'll be a penalty to number 96 of the Applekings, and he'll serve 2 or less. And now we get our goalie change for the Durham Thundercats. That'll be a Applekings penalty. Durham power play leading 5-2. Now playing in goal for the Thundercats is number 1, Vance Meyer. So he'll get situated in the Durham net with the face-off in the Georgian Bay end. 7:44 to go, and we have a power play for Durham leading 5-2. Durham controlling on the power play. They have it set up to the outside. This one's back to the line. They work it around. Justin Graham with the puck. He'll play it back. He mans the point on this power play. Over to Graham. Shoot! Just wide, glove hand side. Good job by the Durham Thundercats to work this puck around. There's another shot. Good save. LeBlanc with the chance there, looking for the hat trick. And Salatoro will play it away. He has one of the goals for the Applekings. Down to 1:16 left on the power play for for Durham. In across the line they come. And it's going to be Urig who has 2. Plays it across, looking for Justin Graham. Had it stripped away. And now it's going to be played to the line. It's going to be kept in momentarily, and Mackenzie Fleming's going to get that puck out. Fleming out there with Reed Simmons on this penalty kill for Georgian Bay. LeBlanc has it at the neutral zone. He gets bodied by Fleming, who goes down. LeBlanc plays it through, but Fleming strips it from him and plays it down low. 36 left on the power play for Durham. 6:16 to go here in period 2. We played across. Luke Urig in across the line. Centering pass. Here's a chance for Durham. Can't get the shot on net. It'll be played out by Georgian Bay. Down to 16 left in the Durham power play. Under 6 to go here in the second. 5:10 to go in the power play as Durham tries to come up for one last rush. It's going to be intercepted, though, by Georgian Bay, and they're going to bring it ahead. Here's Mitch Gooden across the line as the penalty expires. Here's a shot. Good blocker save by Meyer, and he's going to hold on as the penalty expires there. We're back to even strength. And there'll be a face-off in the Durham end. Fast-paced hockey, I love it. It's great to see. No, it's the best, really. I mean, better than slow, dull, and boring. I'm just saying. Not saying, I'm just saying. So the goalie now for Georgian Bay is number 1, Aaron Weigel. As Durham comes back in on the onside. Good save by Weigel there. We played in behind the net. Durham's got control. And we get a penalty call here, and now some animosity in the corner. You led at the center of it, as he was at the end of the second period. And we're going to get another penalty call here, but I believe this time it's going to go to Georgian Bay, as by the looks of it anyway. So Durham leading 5-2 right back to the power play with 5:18 to play here in period number 2. As Solituro goes to the box. Going to be controlled by Georgian Bay back to the line. It's kept in by Durham as they look to set up on this power play, leading 5-2. There's a shot, good save. That by Weigel. Aaron Weigel now in net. There's a shot, good pad save. He's a big boy, that Georgian Bay netminder, Aaron Weigel, as the puck is intercepted by the Applekings and played ahead. Like tall, he's tall. It's got to be 6'8". I don't know that for sure, I'm just speculating. Georgian Bay trying to play it out front, and it's going to be swallowed up there by Vance Meyer of the Thundercats. And he'll hold for a face-off deep inside the Durham Thundercats end. Got 4:43 to play here in the second period. 1:25 to go in the Durham power play. Puck is going to be swallowed up by the Applekings, who look to kill time on this penalty kill. Durham comes up with it, and they'll skate it away. And across the line they are. LeBlanc, centering pass, and he fanned on it. Uri gave it to LeBlanc, who was looking for the hat trick. Centering pass, here's a chance, through there! And there it is, there's the hat trick goal for LeBlanc. That was wild. The first one went through the goaltender's legs and out the other side. I never see that. But LeBlanc gets the hat trick goal to kind of little fanfare. I guess it is exhibition after all. But that puts our score up to 6-2. It's another power play goal for the Thundercats. LeBlanc's second power play goal of the game. And like I say, the lead is now 6-2. Face off here at center ice. We have 4:16 to play here in period 2. Andrew Rodgers with you on the call for the OEHL live on YouTube. So that's LeBlanc from Urig and O'Connell. What a rush by Ouellette, but he's turned away by Meyer as they battle for it in behind the Thundercats zone. It'll be played away and back into the Applekings end. Blazer in behind his own net, stops up, he'll play it up the boards. That one tipped away, but it's going to be the Thundercats sending it back into the Georgian Bay end. 6-2 now the score for Durham. Played ahead. This is going to come into the Durham end. I mean, if this is a sign of things to come from Durham, I think they're going to be a really strong team this year in the North, the North Division. Some really, really strong teams, as that's a good save from Weigel on the wraparound. Here's Mitch Good. He's up the ice. He's shown a lot of speed tonight. Here's a chance for Georgian Bay as that one's in on Meyer, who turns it away. Big check there, look out. This puck is played into the neutral zone, and it'll be GW King playing it ahead and all the way down into the Thundercats end. 2:44 to go here in period 2. This is played ahead. Check onto the boards. Durham's going to skate it into the Applekings end. Here's a shot off a skate. Durham still with the puck, back to the line. There's a shot. That goes into the corner. It's going to be the Applekings picking it up and playing it out. And now the gate in the corner opened up, so they had to whistle that down. Safety reasons. And we'll get a face-off. Face-off's going to be just outside of the just outside of the Applekings zone. 2:24 to go here in period 2. Uhrig plays it in. They'll go in after it for Durham. Hoover on the boards, had to go past them, and it's in behind the Applekings net. Uhrig on the forecheck. It's given away. Durham picks it up. Centering! LeBlanc looking for another, but he fanned on it, and it's back into the Durham end. This is Connor Prinz for the Thundercats, number 24. Durham trying to get situated. Jack Weiser plays it ahead. Now it's going to be Durham going across the line. LeBlanc couldn't get the shot away. LeBlanc's got 3. There's a shot. Now we're going to get another penalty, and I think it's going to be a slash against Durham this time, potentially. They whistled that down when Durham touched the puck, so I think the penalty is going to go to the Thundercats here. Yeah. So Thundercats penalty, and Georgian Bay goes to the power play here. Trailing 6-2 with 1:41 to go here in period 2. Face off to the left-hand side of Meyer.
Durham Thundercat penalty kill is presented by Kent on Bro. Packaging changes on and off the ice.
Hewlett.
Durham Thundercat penalty.
Oh, he gets knocked down by Justin Graham, and it's played out by the Thundercats. Big check there at the line. Georgian Bay trying to get situated on this power play here as they're in across the line. Mitch Good. He plays it down low. Fleming out front. Oh, and it just went wide. Great chance there. Nice setup by Georgian Bay, but they can't get one on net. Golden opportunity for Solitoro, but he couldn't put it on net. In across the line they come. It'll be picked away. Houston, big check there as Graham and Hewlett went after one another. I feel like this game's going to get chippier the closer we get to the end of it, as Meyer gets that one and it'll hang on. We're 43.8 seconds to go here in period 2. 1:02 to go in the power play. Senior hockey certainly noticeable or recognized for its chippiness. No shortage of that, and everybody knows it. Pretty well known fact. But you want everybody to be safe at the end of the day. We all got jobs to go to on Monday. And we all have, like some of us have families. We obviously want to go home to them too. So. And it's into the Durham end, delayed offside. 30 seconds to go as this one's played into the Georgian Bay end. This will be played ahead, and it's going to come in across. Hoover shoots it. Meyer throws it into the netting and out of play. One more face-off, or a couple more, coming up in the Durham end. 18.4 to go in the second, 37 seconds left here in the penalty to Durham. Applekings win that face-off. They're going to work it around, but it's going to be intercepted by LeBlanc, and he's going to turn and rush with it. He's got an opportunity. He's going to the net, but a good defensive play by Ouellette. 6 seconds to go. He'll work his way up the ice. Ouellette shoots. Meyer makes the save, and he'll hang on, and that'll do it. Time runs out here in the second period. 19 seconds to go in the power play for Georgian Bay when we come back on the other side of the break. We are through 40 here in Durham, and the Durham Thundercats are leading the Georgian Bay Applekings 6-2 here in Durham. We'll be back for the third in a little while. You're watching OEHL live on YouTube. Thank you everyone for tuning in. We'll be back in about 15 minutes or so for period number 3. Andrew Rodgers with you. We'll be back in a little bit. Thank you very much. All right, folks, back for period number 3 here in Durham. 12 seconds left to go in the power play for Georgian Bay, trailing 6-2. Just going to update the graphic here. There we go. Now we're back to even strength as play continues in the Durham end. Georgian Bay trying to at least win a period at this point as they're down, as that one's into the Applekings bench and out of play. Yeah, I think it's very important for the Applekings to at least win a period, make themselves at least feel a little bit better about the game in total. If they can win a period, that's good. Start a period 0-0, at least come out on top in goals for. Even if you don't win the game, you necessarily take some momentum into your home opener. Or your first game of the season, I mean. This one's played ahead and dumped in to the Durham end. Meyer out to play it. Durham's going to control it up the boards. Going to get it to the line no further. Here's a shot that goes wide on the blocker side. That was off of the stick of Reed Simmons of the Applekings. Played into the middle. Graham had that stripped away, but it's going to go all the way in to the Applekings zone. Durham's got it. Centering pass. Here's a shot. Missed on the glove hand side. To the line and out. Justin Graham, he'll play it across. It's actually really nice to see shifty Justin Graham, number 8, out there for Durham. Been a long time since I covered him, and boy, was he electric back in the day. Still showing signs of electricity there as Mackenzie Fleming into the wheelhouse of Meyer as we're going to face off here. Believe it or not, there was a time, there are 2 Justin Grahams, and they used to play here. And they wore 19 and 22. And they played on the same line. It was hard to call those games. This one's tipped into the corner. Back to the line, kept in by Georgian Bay. Durham's going to gather it up in their own end. Play it around the other side. This is in behind the net. Durham's going to play it up the boards this time, and it's going to be kept in by the Applekings. Here's a shot. Scores! Mackenzie Fleming gets the Applekings on the board here in the third period and brings our score to a 6-3 game. Mackenzie Fleming, number 19 of the Applekings. Wicked shot there, beating Vance Meyer. So 6-3 is the score for the Durham Thundercats. 17:50 to go here in period 3. Roulette. In across the line, Applekings take it into the corner, in behind the net of Meyer. Mitch Good plays it back to the line. It's kept in by Blazer. Applekings looking to gather the puck. They do. Centering pass. Here's a chance into the far corner. Applekings still have control of the puck, putting on some pressure here in the third. Good. He gets pinched on the boards. Be played to the line to Ouellette. He's going to just fire it back in. He's going to come to the line and out. Georgian Bay going to have to come back as Blazer is in there. He's pressured. Ouellette's going to pick it up, number 7. Takes a check, but he gets it out. Now it'll be fired back into the Georgian Bay end. Ouellette, another check there delivered. As Durham comes up with the puck, they give it away, however. Kind of sloppy in the Georgian Bay end, but it's Durham's puck. Centering pass will be played away by Georgian Bay as Salaturo plays it ahead to Good. He'll throw it in on Meyer, and it's into the corner. Reed Simmons going after it for Georgian Bay. Can't come up with the puck, though, and Durham brings it out. Here's LeBlanc. He has the hat trick. Nice move there, but he couldn't get the shot away. On the boards. Urig keeps it in, goes to the net, gets it back, looking for LeBlanc. It was out of its reach, and now Georgian Bay is going to try and get this puck out. They will finally on the second attempt as it's into the Durham end. Georgian Bay is going to be forced to come back. LeBlanc, nice play to put it in the middle, and it's off the blocker or shoulder of the goaltender there. That's Weigel, as Durham has it in their own end, and they'll skate it ahead. Collision there at the blue line. It's in across the line, but it'll be picked up by Ouellette. And he'll play it across to GW King, number 11, who had it skip away from him. And it's going to come, close into the goalie, but Ouellette picks it up. He'll play it around, and it's all the way down the ice, no icing. So this one's back in the Durham end. We approach 5 minutes in to period 3. 6-3 now the score. LeBlanc ahead. In across the line, looking for Urig. Netta, what a glove save and a beauty for Weigel on that blast from Eric Anetta, number 3. So get this. I was doing a game one time between the Durham Thundercats and the Minto 81s, who had Zach Graham on the team. So there was Justin Graham, and Zach Graham all on the ice at the same time. Graham assisted by Graham, checked by Graham. It was funny. It was really hard to do those games. But I had fun with it anyway. Great memories for sure. But great to be back with the OEHL. Great to be bringing you this exhibition game. Andrew Rodgers on the play-by-play. We're live on YouTube. Thank you for everybody for watching so far. It's been a great night here in Durham. This one's going to be played out. 14:40 to go here in period 3. Face-off coming up in the Georgian Bay zone. So season gets underway Friday, October 3rd. There'll be games on Friday, October 3rd, Saturday, October 4th, and Sunday, October 5th. So, I'll get you those in a minute. Puck won by Durham at the line. There's a shot through traffic, but didn't reach the net of Weigel, and Georgian Bay's going to pick this puck up and bring it ahead. Salaturo throws it in. He'll go in after it. Big check in the corner there. Toro gets knocked down. And here comes Justin Graham with the player, number 18. I didn't catch who it was. It's back to the line. It's tipped. Doesn't reach the net. And Georgian Bay is going to come the other way. This is Fleming. He has the latest goal in the game. And he'll stop in front of Meyer and pay for that. And now we're going to get some more rough stuff in behind the play.
Our home opener will take place on Friday, October 3rd at 8:30 p.m.
So there you go. So the Durham Thundercats actually play the first game in the first day of the regular season for the OEHL. They open up against the Shelburne Muskies here at the Durham Community Center and Arena. 8:30 start next Friday. And the other game will be the Saugeen Shores Winterhawks at the Plex in Port Elgin. I just can't remember who they play offhand.